Folks, Bed Bath & Beyond stock is down a whopping 20% right now after yesterday's monstrous day, so we have to do a quick update here, talk about bankruptcy, we'll talk a little bit about Chapter 11, and we'll go over what I'm looking to do with the stock, where I could see it going. So if y'all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 30,000, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you all as always, and now, cheers, let's dive right into the video. And oh, by the way, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, link down below. We'll talk more about that later. So again, Bed Bath & Beyond stock is down a whopping 20, now almost 21% after yesterday's move that saw it go all the way to 56 cents a share. You guys can see here yesterday at about 12 p.m., right around noon on the East Coast, we hit 56 cents, then we sold off and consolidated for the rest of the day at about 45 cents. Then we saw a huge dump in the aftermarket. You guys probably saw that. It went from roughly 45 cents in the aftermarket at about 5 p.m. all the way down to 29 cents. So this thing actually collapsed in the aftermarket. It was down at one point, I think 35%, which is insane. And from the peak yesterday, 56 cents to 29 cents, where it bottomed out in the aftermarket, it was down almost 50%. So yeah, talk about volatility, guys. At one point yesterday, it was up 50%, and then again, from the peak to where it hit in the aftermarket, it was down almost 50%. So you guys know, I mean, this is not a surprise. It's not a secret that this stock moves like crazy. Then it started to see a little bit of a relief rally from 29 cents. You guys see that right here to about roughly 38 cents. And that's where we've been consolidating for pretty much the last couple of hours, ever since pre-market, which started at 4 a.m., all the way up until now. We've been consolidating at about 36 cents, 35 cents, 38 cents, right? You guys see that's where we've been chopping over the past couple of hours. So before we dive into the charts and break down what I'm doing with Bed Bath & Beyond stock, let's hop over here to Safari and take a look at what's going on with the current news. And you guys, I mean, you guys probably know this. This is not news. I mean, the risk of bankruptcy with Bed Bath & Beyond has been relevant for quite some time. It's not like this just came out of left field, but on April 19th, which was yesterday, we got news that Bed Bath & Beyond is preparing to file for bankruptcy as early as this weekend, according to the Wall Street Journal, citing people familiar with the matter. And shares of the company, like I said, tumbled nearly 23% to 38 cents in the after hours trading, and it actually went down even more than that. It went down to 29 cents. You guys saw it, and they're down 86% since the company said in January that it was exploring options, including bankruptcy. And of course, this was once a category killer, which it's not so much, that anymore, guys. The glory days, at least as of now, are in the past. Who knows? Maybe one day they do end up turning around the company, but at this point, the bankruptcy fears are getting real. Bloomberg Law reported earlier on Wednesday that the struggling retailer was in talks with advisors and lenders ahead of a bankruptcy filing that could come in the next few weeks, and maybe even in the next couple of days, maybe as soon as this weekend. Time will tell, guys. Make sure to subscribe because we will talk more about this. We'll make a bunch more videos that you do not want to miss. And of course, you guys probably know the company is also looking at financing options to help fund itself during bankruptcy, according to the Bloomberg Law report. And coming down here a little bit more, you guys probably remember the company in February planned to raise around $1 billion in an offering of preferred stock and warrants, but terminated the complex deal after raising $360 million. So that didn't really go according to plan, at least as of now. We shall see, guys. And again, they're looking to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy as the retailer is holding talks with advisors and lenders ahead of a Chapter 11 filing that could come in the next few weeks, yada, 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 like I just said. So what does a Chapter 11 bankruptcy entail? Well, let's talk about that a little bit before we dive back into these charts. Chapter 11 is named after a section of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code. Companies that file Chapter 11 do so in order to obtain time to restructure their debts and make a fresh start. So that's a good sign there. They're looking, of course, to restructure their debts and maybe make a fresh start, move forward, and I don't know, maybe get the brand back that they once had. The brand name, the household name, which at this point, guys, is slowly dying day by day by day. During a Chapter 11 proceeding, the court will help a business restructure its debts and obligations, and in most cases, the company remains open and operating. Many large U.S. companies have filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy at one time or another to stay afloat. They include such well-known names as General Motors, which you guys know, they're still operating, United Airlines, Kmart. Do you guys remember Kmart? I think they're completely toast. I mean, they're gone completely, right? There used to be so many Kmarts around. I haven't seen a Kmart probably in a decade, probably because there's none in existence anymore. At least that's what I think. I have to double check. But overall, thousands of other companies of all sizes have filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy as well. And a business in the midst of filing Chapter 11 may continue to operate. In most cases, the debtor, called a debtor in possession, runs the business as usual. And however, in cases involving fraud, dishonesty, or gross incompetence, which I don't think Bed Bath & Beyond falls under that. I don't know. I could be wrong. We shall see. But in those cases, a court-appointed trustee will step in to run the company throughout the bankruptcy proceeding. So it's not like Bed Bath & Beyond is going to go away forever. I mean, it could. You never know, but they're going to try and restructure their debts to essentially have a fresh start to their business. We'll see if it works. We'll see how it ends up playing out, but that's what's going on, guys. And you may be asking yourself, Stas, what happens to the company's stock if the company files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy? Well, let's talk about that very quickly before we go back to the chart. So while the firm is in Chapter 11, its stock will still have some value, though the price will likely plummet and the stock will stop paying dividends, which Bed Bath & Beyond doesn't even pay dividends to begin with. And of course, the value of their stock has gotten destroyed, so it could go down even more. And it may be delisted on the major exchanges, but over-the-counter trading may still occur. So it could still be trading OTC. We'll see, guys, how it ends up playing out. And when a company is listed on the pink sheets or over-the-counter bulletin, OTC Bbby, the letter Q is added to the end of the company's ticker symbol to indicate that it's undergoing bankruptcy proceedings, as you guys can see right here. That's going to be very, very key, guys, if this does end up happening. And when a corporation is on the verge of bankruptcy, its stock value reflects the risk of Chapter 11 becoming Chapter 7. For example, a company that previously traded at $50 may now trade at $2 per share due to bankruptcy speculation, which we've seen literally that exact scenario play out with Bed Bath & Beyond. And after filing Chapter 11, the firm's stock price may fall to 10 cents. I mean, it could go down even lower than that. So keep your eyes on that, guys. If they do file Chapter 11, they might go OTC. That's probably what's going to happen. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And let me actually transition back over here to ThinkOrSwim. And by the way, have you guys gotten up to 15 stocks yet for Moomoo? It is free money. If you haven't, use that link down below. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 free shares of stock. And listen to this, if you deposit at least $1,000, guys, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. It's free money. You get some free money. And of course, it also helps out the channel. It's a win-win. Link down below. I appreciate you guys as always. And now let's quickly look at the stock chart on the 5-day 5-minute. Let me pull this up and show you guys that this still does not look that bad. I mean, yes, we're under the moving averages. You could argue we're reversing to the downside, which is not the best sign, but you could also argue that we're holding a little trend right here. Do you guys not see that? We are holding technically some higher lows here all throughout the pre-market and right now at market open, but at the same time, we are making these distinct lower highs. Do you guys see these lower highs that are being made on this 5-day 5-minute? We have one right here, boom, one right here, boom. You guys see that? And then all these that have been made over the past, 24 roughly hours. So we have to wait and see what direction Bed Bath & Beyond picks, right? Do we end up falling through the floor here, taking out the lows from the aftermarket yesterday? That'd be the worst sign for the bulls. I'm just going to be honest. If we do take out that 29-30 cent low from yesterday after the bell, that's going to be ugly. We could end up dumping aggressively from that point. But if we start ripping out of the intraday highs and out of the 180 SMA on the 5-day 5-minute, which is right around 39.40 cents, that's where we could be getting ready for another big run. And at this point, guys, it could go either way. No joke. It could go either way. So we're going to do another update later on today. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button if you like this type of content, and don't forget to get your free stocks from Webull and from Moomoo. Link down below. Check out my Patreon if you guys want to be a part of the Discord chat. If you guys want to see my Patreon portfolio, you want to see my charts and ideas throughout the day, plus more, all of that's on Patreon, link down below, or you guys can join the YouTube channel membership, whatever works for you. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.